For example, a nice try like a pirate, Tracey. Give me an example. Now this is what I learned talking to Americans, because I have British pronunciation. Okay, I'm Kiwi, but I've got British. The English alphabet, you all know the English alphabet, don't you? Yeah? You know that lovely letter? I say R. And I tell my students the letter R is pronounced like you're going to the doctor, and the doctor says, open your mouth, and you go R. Now I am in with Americans, and I was doing one of those lovely exercises. Number 1 is B, number 2 is S, number 3 is R, 4 is eh. And I went, what do you mean eh? What did you say number 3 was? And of course, ah. And one of them said to me, talk like a pirate. Arr. That's the American R. So ever since that, talk like a pirate day, my students have to go arr. So there you go. Stupid information like that. Now, accountable ghost. Do you know the accountable ghost? Guys, what do you do at the weekends? You don't know films, you don't know ghosts. Now, I teach little children, so I say to my children, here is a very expensive piece of paper. Okay? Make a ball. I say to my students, you're a little bit big. Find another piece of paper, put it in your hand. Take your little ball, put it in the middle, and fold it. And if you've got big kids about 14, 15, they still love this, I'm sorry. You take a very expensive piece of string and you hang your ghost. That's my ghost! We made ghosts, and then we read the story of the Canterville Ghost, which is the Oscar Wilde story, by the way. You can do this, believe me, with adults, with anyone. And the nice thing is, when they're teeny tiny, they can't do the knot. So you spend most of your time doing knots. And with the adults, they still enjoy it. And then, of course, your job is now to fly the ghost home. Hey, look, pretty exciting. Frankenstein, if you're teaching body parts, not for the little ones. I mean, how detailed you go. I used to teach nurses, you see, we had to go fairly detailed. But in Frankenstein, there's some body parts that you need to know with the Frankenstein story, which are basically and the brain, because if you remember, there's the seam across here, because he actually puts in a brain. There you go. So teaching body parts, there you go, the Frankenstein. The Jungle Book, October 2nd is World Animal Day. So you have to be vegetarian that day. World Book Day and World Poetry Day, I thought are also another good reasons to do some reading in class. And Writers' Day is July the 8th. Writers' Day I can't do in Italy because schools are closed. In that sense, but it's like International Teachers' Day. International Teachers' Day is September the 4th. School opens in Italy next Wednesday. So when is International Teachers' Day in my classes? Usually October. Or November if it's horrible weather, depends. I sort of kind of change it because I love doing things like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to let you go early. I'm a nice person. No, I'm not. Some of the activities that we did, I don't need these, I can actually see you. Some of the activities I did come from here. Okay. This is free. Another one of those lovely words. However, you see this gentleman over here? You can see him again tomorrow morning. If you go there and say, "Can I have a guide, please?" Actually, no. You'll have to do it in Polish because his English is interesting. But this gentleman, basically what it's got is, I mentioned this last year as well, but it's got ideas for before reading, during reading, after reading, and what I did yesterday was also some drama activities. Some of the things we did today are taken from here, some of them that I did yesterday and today are not taken from here, because Jane and I don't agree on everything. I know her, it's okay. She's a friend. One of those Facebook friends. No, actually I do know her. We spent a year studying together. But the lovely gentleman on my right, your left, decided that because you're so nice in Poland. Now, do you recognise this? So, it's available in Polish for those of you who speak Polish. It's available in English for those of you who speak English. If you go to him tomorrow and say, can I have... No, you have to say in Polish. That one? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm still struggling with the word push in... That one! Every day he comes up and he says to me, and I still can't do it. Anyway, there is my email. If you want suggestions, if the website I gave you for films doesn't work, if you want anything like that, let me know. Now, this gentleman has actually been very nice and sponsored me here. He works for ettoi, which is a very good English pronunciation. Isn't it? Ettoi. Yeah. In your conference bags you would have, you will find a catalogue for the books. They also have an entire catalogue just on readers. The books that I've shown you today come from this website you'll find. Okay, ettoi.pl. ettoi.pl actually have the digital version of most of the books, of just a chapter, so you can actually flip through. You'll also find MP3s, you'll also find cultural information, information on the authors, depending what you want. You'll also find the other type of readers that they have. One of the best experiments I ever did with my class was taking a box of books, put them on my table and said to them, I need to talk to some of you individually, the rest of you must read. I have kids who are 0. I have kids who are about A2, B1 in one class, which is fairly normal at the beginning of a year anyway, isn't it? You often get various levels. My child's, it's good English, my children, particularly 2 whose English is sometimes. Is that a verb? He said to me. It's an adverb. We got close. One of the books was one of those very exciting ones, you know, it's called Colours. Red. Blue. Green. It had 10 pages, 10 different colours. However, I've never seen a happier child, because at the end of the 15 minutes, whatever it was, 10 minutes, I said to them, how many books have you read? And I thought, I don't care, because what I had was a happy little child who had read a book with 10 words in it. Minor detail. The fact was, and what I loved was, because when he put it back, you know, because he put it back to choose another one, the other ones are all, how did he read that so quickly? So of course, one of my kids went, I read 3, and I thought, you little, because they'd gone and got the book with the colours, and they'd go, oh, I read a book. Anyway, that's my email. If you want to talk to me, thank you very much. I would like to say thank you to you, and I'd like to say thank you to Ali, who actually paid for me to come here. Thank you very much. Go home.